How about another episode of inexpensive Leica? The lens is a Summaron 35 3.5 and the camera is a Leica monochrome CCD. Now, I don't know what the current market rate is for a used monochrome. The only thing I could say is it's definitely cheaper than a new Leica. And we all know the Summaron is not an expensive lens, and the reason being it's an f3.5. So consider this episode to be the second part of inexpensive Leica. So guys, buckle up, because in this video you won't be hearing me saying how good a Leica is. Now why is that? Well, because I have given Leica my highest respect by getting the Leica lenses and cameras with my hard-earned cash. Now obviously just because you are using a Leica doesn't make you a good photographer. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Leica seems to be a good hashtag. I mean, it gets more attention compared to other cameras, I suppose. Hey, really, don't look at me in a funny way. I mean, I have degrees in various disciplines, but I have no idea how the social media works. The only reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel is because, welcome back guys. In this video, we are going to introduce you to this really luxury... How lame can you get? Okay, let's get back to photography. Okay, I really do like this monochrome. And I have been doing quite a lot of zone focusing with this setup. So yeah, I am pretty bad with manual focusing. Yeah, okay, believe it or not, I am pretty fast in manual focusing, guys. How I see it, one of the biggest advantage of having an autofocus is, well, it allows you to shoot using one hand only. Unless of course you're using a bazooka, which you have to use both hands in order to carry the darn thing. And oh, by the way, all the images you see in this episode, they are all freshly baked, straight out of the oven. You know, I can't be bothered to go through the hard disk looking for old images. It's a lot faster and easier just, go out and make new images. You see, I have been practicing zone focusing and I don't really see the point of changing lens constantly. So this tiny little Summaron has been glued on my monochrome for quite some time. So whenever I'm out shooting, I pay more attention to what's happening around me rather than the camera. I mean, I don't even bother to look through the viewfinder because I got to know this focal length really well. But there's one thing I'm working on, and that's leveling the camera so that the image will come out, well, level. So right now, I am practicing how to hold a camera. Trust me, it's a lot harder than you might think, especially if you're not looking through the viewfinder. You might want to raise your camera all the way above your head. You might want to put the camera on the ground. Well, basically you can put the camera anywhere you want if you don't need to look through the viewfinder, I mean. So that gives you a lot of freedom with your camera. That sense of liberation, I think this is really important to have, especially when you're doing street photography. Hey guys, I hope I'm not boring you with my work. I understand curating the photos is really important, but maybe consider this to be an exploration stage. I mean, we all need to find our own style, right? Which in my opinion will take a bit of time. So I'm using the monochrome 80% of the time. I like the monochrome more so than the Leica SL, but once in a while I will still use the SL, especially when using a larger lens, such as this guy here, which is a SLR Magic Hyperprime 50 0.95. I remember when this lens first came out, a lot of die-hard Leica users, they were bashing this lens. I don't really know why, but in my opinion, I think the rendering is pretty good. I don't know, maybe they know something that I don't. Well, anyway, this lens is a native M mount, yet this is a cinema lens because it uses T value. T value is a more accurate measurement of light entering the sensor. So to be more precise, this lens is a T0.95. I don't know what the conversion formula is, basically converting the T value into the F value. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, f1.4 lens would be equivalent to T1.1-ish. In other words, this Hyperprime T0.95 will be equivalent to f0.7, give or take, I suppose. Yeah, guys, please let me know if there's a formula for it because I can't seem to find one. But anyhow, it's true that I can't use this lens at wide open. It's just impossible for me. The depth of field is too darn shallow. So all the still images and the videos are taken using T2. Again, I have no idea what the market value is for a used SL, but I'm guessing it shouldn't be that expensive because well, the new SL2 is out. And as for the lens, I think SLR Magic has stopped making this Hyperprime. So how do you guys like the rendering of this lens? Well, unlike Leica, SLR Magic has no history. So as the owner of this SLR Magic, I can't seem to find a sense of belonging. I feel like a barbarian. Oh. Alright guys, this is I've got it from, well, it came with a whole package deal. When I first bought this Audio-Technica, this is an AT2020, it came in as a set. This is supposedly from the Audio-Technica as well. See that logo here? What happened is, well, everything has fallen apart here. The spring is gone. Yeah, you see that? All the screws have fallen apart. So I gotta buy myself a new, well, audio mic, whatever you want to call it. I am still debating whether I should get the Rode, the PSA, or the blue, not the Blue Yeti, but the Blue Compass. And you know what? But Blue Compass is not available here in Hong Kong. You know, just they don't sell it here in Hong Kong for some stupid reason. You might be hearing some click, click, click at the background. Again, I'm at home, and right now I'm doing the laundry. So, yeah, just mic arm. It's I don't know. It's pretty filmy when I first got it. But what happened is, okay, the arm itself, I'm gonna trash it away. It's pointless keeping this darn thing. But the cable, this is an XLR cable that came with it, and it's embedded inside. Well, the cable is still working just fine, so I don't want to waste it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to take this cable out from this arm. But it seems I might have to, well, pry it or cut this aluminum thingy apart. Let me know, you know, if you guys have any experience with this type of audio arm. Whether I should go with the Rode or the Blue Compass. Alright, just let me know. Alright, thanks guys.